So I've been a nurse for 13 years now, but when I signed up to take my RN Nclex boards, I made a huge mistake. Let's say, I don't know the exact dates, but all I know it was 4 days later. So what happened was I signed up to take Nclex. I meant to sign up, let's say it was February 24th. And I could, like, the dates could be wrong, but just fill me out here. So I signed up. I wanted to take it on February 24th. Instead, I signed up to take it on January 24th. I forgot to change the month. And I signed up on January 20th. So I went back. I realized my mistake. I went back in to try to change the date and it wouldn't let me. I would have had to pay, I think at the time it was a couple $100. And I was working, but I wasn't working that much. So I had to ask my boyfriend at the time to give me money. Well, I asked him, I was like, kind of moping around. Anyway, he gave me the money for me to take my Nclex. He also gave me money for a Nclex prep course. So I couldn't get my money back. I would have had to pay another couple $100 in order to change the date to February. And I'm just like, oh man, he would have given it to me, but I didn't want to ask him again to do this. What I did was I said, you know what, this is going to work out for me. And at that time, I didn't know what manifesting was. But what I did was I took out a piece of paper. I wrote my name and I wrote RN after my name. So thank goodness I was off those 4 days. So I immediately started doing a deep dive into Hurst prep course, the Hurst prep course. I think it's still around. If it is, I recommend it. I studied all day. And then at night before I went to bed, I wrote my name plus RN after it. And I woke up the next morning, I wrote my name and RN. And when I was studying, if I got discouraged, I took a moment, grabbed a piece of paper, wrote my name, RN. So I did that for 4 days. I did that for 4 days. And then, so the day, I even studied the day, like that morning before I took the Nclex, I just did like a quick review. And before I left the house to take my boards, I wrote my name and RN. So I went to the testing center. You have to show your ID and all this stuff. It was like, it took like 15 minutes. I swear it took like 15 minutes to check in. But I went in, I was taking my test, and then I had to use the bathroom. And I was like, oh man, because I drank a whole bunch of coffee too. So I had to check out, and like your stuff, they lock your stuff up. So I had to go to the locker to get my license and all that. Like after I used the bathroom, I had to go to the locker, get my license, check in again. It was another 15 minutes. I did that. I went back to finish my test and it shut off. I want to say I was there for like an hour and a half, and it took 30 minutes check, when I had to check in and all that stuff. That took like 15 minutes each. That was 30 minutes. It shut off at 75 questions. And I just had this calm feeling. I knew that I had passed my boards. I just knew. And even when I went out to my car after I took my boards, I wrote my name again. I wrote my name and RN afterwards. So I don't know if this is still true, but back then you could do the Pearson review trick. I want to go into it because, like I said, I don't know if it's still true. But so I took my test on a Friday. On Sunday morning, I got up. Like around the time I took my test, I did the Pearson review trick and it worked. And so I was so excited. I knew I had passed my test. And then sure enough, that Monday, it was either Monday or Tuesday, I looked on the nursing, my state nursing website, and there was my name and my license number. So yes, I still passed my boards, making this huge mistake and using manifesting. Like I said, at that time, I didn't know what manifesting was. I just knew that I didn't want to have to ask my boyfriend for another couple $100 to take the test again. And like I said, he was a nice guy. He would have given it to me, no questions asked. But I just felt a little like silly. I'm like, I can't believe I made this huge mistake like this. So I didn't want to do that. So I just knew that it was going to work out for me. I got good grades in nursing school. Well, for the most part. I mean, you know, our cutoff was a 78. Maybe I've gotten a couple of 78s in the class, but like my final classes, I got A's on my final, like my comprehensive finals. In 3 of my last 3 classes, I received A's on my finals. So I knew the material was in there. I knew my stuff, but you know, you still kind of have some doubts and stuff. And then I had some classmates who had taken their boards before me and they didn't pass. So that kind of, you know, worried me too. But I'm like, no, I'm not them. I'm Ray. What happened to them is not going to happen to me. And sure enough, it didn't. I passed my boards. So that's the thing about manifesting. I wish I would have really known about manifesting then, but you know, that's okay. I know about it now. That's the thing about manifesting. You don't have to use it just to manifest a specific person or money. You can use manifesting to have anything you want. The career, if you want, change, like if you want to change your hair, if you want your hair to grow, you know, really long, or you want your features, your physical appearance to change, you can manifest that. You can manifest your dream house, your dream car. You can manifest being debt free. I mean, you can manifest any and everything you want. Our subconscious is so powerful. Like I said, at that time, I didn't know what I was doing, but now I know I was scripting. And at the most opportune times, before I went to bed and when I woke up in the morning and throughout the day, if I had any doubts, I would script. And it's so, wow, I'm just still, I sit here thinking about it. It's, wow. So I don't want to make this video too long. It's been forever since I recorded. I'm going to start making more videos. I have another YouTube channel that I've been kind of focusing on more. But what I'll do is I'll kind of incorporate what I do with that channel into this channel, because this is more my personality. That channel is more like my business side, kind of like home decor and all that. So I'm not really showing my face, but this channel I'm going to be my authentic, quirky Aquarius self. Anyway, thanks for watching.